All right, time for our Argonaut Weekly first interview of the week, and it's with head baseball coach Mike Jeffcoat. Baseball continues to play exceptionally well. Now 2 weeks in the books, and they are 7-1 on the season. 3-1 this past week. Did suffer their first setback of the year Saturday against Flagler, but beat Flagler twice and also got a midweek victory over Spring Hill. So, Coach, you guys, like I said, playing exceptionally well over the first 2 weeks, really dominating in all phases of the game, pitching, hitting. Still, though, a long season left to go. When you get to practice with this group, and I'm sure they realize how well they're playing, what are the things that you try to get them to improve upon? Because you look at the stats, and there isn't a whole lot out there that you guys really need to work on.
Well, we talked about it yesterday after the series. I was happy to get the series victory yesterday. Flagler's got a solid ball club, and their game one pitcher did a good job of keeping us at bay, and Danny Vargas didn't pitch very well. But we talked about getting better. There's always things we can do to get better. One of the things of our pitching staff is we've been walking too many guys, especially out of the bullpen. And we've been fortunate enough to get out of jams, and that's credit to the defense and those pitchers stepping up when they need to. But as the competition picks up this weekend with Delta State and Florida Southern the next weekend, we've got to force hitters to put the ball in play and throw a lot more strikes. Also defensively, we're playing well. Offensively, we can still get better with our small game, with moving runners and bunting guys over, so we're going to focus on that this week. And, like I told them, we're climbing a mountain. We're only 10% up it. We got to keep moving forward.
You've got maybe the two best starting pitchers in the conference. At least statistically, there aren't any guys performing as well as they have in the first couple of games. Jason Postel, Kevin Peters, 2 starts for each of them. Neither one of them's given up an earned run yet. And I got to think that's got to give everybody confidence when those 2 guys are taking the mound. It's going to be a low-scoring game on the other teams, and you guys have a good chance to win.
Yeah, Jason's been, pretty lights out, his first 2 starts for us, and that's what we expect from a senior. And, he's got good stuff. And when he gives our team a chance, we win a lot more than we lose. Kevin Peters, true freshman, has done a phenomenal job. Been very pleased with him. He's had 2, middle-of-the-week starts and pitched outstanding through 1 inning in relief for us yesterday. And then, we can't forget Ben Hawkins. He's done a tremendous job as well. He's just happened to give up a run, I think, in each of his starts.
One run.
Yeah, 1 run, yeah. And but those guys are competitors, and I think that sets the tone. And when they toe the rubber, our guys know that, we've got a real good chance.
Offensively, it seems like you guys have half a dozen guys that are just white hot at the same time. How do you keep those guys on that track to where they're hot? And at the same time, is there any concern when so many guys are hot that eventually they might all go into the slump at the same time? Because being a long season, guys are going to slump at one time or another, even the best players in the league.
Yeah, and in years past, when we've only had probably 3 or 4 or 5 maybe, true offensive weapons in the lineup, we couldn't have too many of those guys cool off or we were in trouble. This year we feel pretty confident 1 through 9. Brandon Brewer, our senior shortstop, is hitting in the 9 hole and leading the team, or second on the team in hitting. He's been outstanding, and Greg Prawn and those guys, they've been through the whole thing and for 4 years, and they understand it's a long haul, and they understand the routine they need to continue, and the pitching's going to get better, so they know they're going to have to buckle down.
Moved up to 13th this week in the college baseball lineup poll, still waiting on the other poll, but you guys are top 20 according to pretty much every publication out there, and continuing to rise. And as that happens, obviously the target's going to get a little bit bigger on you guys' backs. But it's a veteran club, and I know that you're confident in the way that the guys can handle these expectations, and that they'll continue to go out and perform at the same level even as that ranking continues to climb.
Yeah, that's true. We are very very pleased and glad we're getting some recognition. But as I remind them all the time, polls don't win games.
Sure.
And we try to look at the big picture. And the big picture is the overall season and getting prepared for conference and put ourselves in a good position to maybe host a regional, but for sure go to a regional and have a chance.
Delta State this weekend, first look at a conference opponent, and I know you and the guys have to be excited to test yourself against another GSE club.
Absolutely, and Delta State is always our barometer of where we're going to be anytime we play them each year. Mike Kennison does an outstanding job. They won a national championship in 2004, and they're always a great challenge. They're going to play hard, and it's going to be a great test for us, and we're not taking them lightly, I can assure you.
Baseball off to a great start, 7-1 after 2 weeks, but a very big series against Delta State coming up this weekend. Doubleheader on Saturday. You can listen live at GoArgos.com. Sunday as well. That's a 1 p.m. start. You can listen live at GoArgos.com. And then on Monday, watch the on-demand video from that game. You can watch it right here at GoArgos.com.